Welcome to my channel, and today we'll be discussing another very interesting topic. So the last video we talked about what extraction is and things that could lead to extraction, but today we'll be focusing on tooth extraction aftercare, which is things you should do after an extraction. One, to make sure you heal and recover fast, and also to prevent future extractions. So stay tuned. Tooth extraction aftercare varies slightly, and it depends on two basic factors. One, which is the type of tooth extracted. This is because some teeth have shallow roots while some have deep roots. So the ones with shallow roots tends to heal faster, while the ones with deep roots take a little bit longer time to heal. Secondly, it depends on the type of extraction, whether it is surgical extraction or normal extraction. Now, how do you know a surgical extraction? Most times, surgical extraction are usually sutured, so that is it. And surgical extraction tends to take a longer time to heal than normal extraction. It's important to know that the basic thing or the most important aspect of aftercare is maintaining blood clots, because blood clot is the key to fast healing and quick recovery. So the first thing is, one, avoid spitting. Immediately after the extraction, the dentist will place a gauze, or like say a cotton wool, at the extraction site in order to control bleeding and help blood clot formation. Try as much as possible to swallow your saliva. Do not spit. The more you swallow your saliva, the faster the bleeding stops and also the blood clot forms. That's number one. Number two, do not change the gauze frequently. The thing is, if you follow the rule number one, which is swallowing your saliva, you might not need to change your gauze. Most people usually require change of gauze because they are not swallowing. The gauze gets soaked with saliva and they will need to change. But if you observe the first rule, which is swallowing your saliva, you might not need to change your gauze, because frequent change of gauze delay blood clots and it will not encourage the bleeding to stop fast. That's two. Number three, do not rinse. Avoid rinsing in the first 24 hours, because when you rinse, it dislodges any blood clots that must have formed and could encourage bleeding too. So try as much as possible to avoid rinsing your mouth. Don't gargle, don't do that. You are free to drink water anyway, but resist every urge to gargle. Just swallow it straight up. That's three. Then number four, do not smoke. In case you're a smoker, at least for the first 3 days, avoid smoking. But if possible, don't even smoke till the extraction site heal completely. So avoid smoking, because smoking tends to prolong healing and also could dislodge the blood clots that must have formed. That's number four. Number five, take your medications. After the extraction, the dentist will prescribe some drugs for you. Get them immediately and start taking it as soon as possible. Do not delay, so that while the anesthesia used during the extraction wears out, the drug kicks off. So take your drug immediately, no delay, and make sure you take the drugs as prescribed. Don't stop after the second day or after the third day. If it is 5 days, complete the dosage. Is very, very important. And that's number five. Number six, do not use straw. When you use straw, it tends to mount pressure on the extraction site and could cause bleeding again. So avoid straw, especially in the first 24 to 48 hours. Just take your liquid normal. Number seven, do not blow your nose. Try as much as possible to avoid blowing your nose, especially if the extraction you did is the upper teeth, that's this front teeth. When you blow your nose, it tends to mount pressure at that area and could lead to bleeding again. So avoid blowing your nose. That's number seven. Number eight, take plenty of rest. It's very, very important. Don't do anything stressful. just drive straight home and take a nap, or you take sleep, whatever. But make sure you take plenty of rest after the extraction. That will also facilitate your healing. And that's number 8. Number 9, when you get to, maybe when you're about to sleep, elevate your head while sleeping. It also helps to avoid bleeding reoccurrence, like it will prevent the site from bleeding again. So try as much as possible to elevate your head. Put some pillow at the back of your head, then elevate it. That's very important too. It will help to prevent bleeding. That's number 9. Number 10, avoid grainy food. Try to avoid anything grainy, because when grainy food, like for instance rice, when it gets to the extraction site, it could cause bleeding again. So try as much as possible to avoid grainy food. If possible, maybe take swallow, that will be fine. And also don't take anything too hot or too cold. That is, avoid extreme temperatures. Just take warm food or normal food, let me put it that way. Avoid extreme temperature while eating your food, and do not eat with the extraction site. For instance, if you extracted your left, make sure you chew with the right, or if you extract the right, make sure you chew with the left. Don't chew with the extraction side, at least in the next 28 to 48 hours. Do not do that. And that's number 10. Number 11, do salt in warm water. Now mind you, this salt in warm water should start 24 hours after your extraction. That's, for instance, if you extracted today, your salt in warm water should start tomorrow. Don't start the same day, start the next day. So first thing the next day, kickstart your salt in warm water. And the salt in warm water should be done 8 times a day for 2 weeks. One, first thing when you wake up in the morning, before and after meal in the morning, that's 3. Before and after meal in the afternoon, in the night again, before and after meal, and last thing before you go to bed. 8. Do it 8 times and follow it religiously. Taking drugs cannot replace the role of salt in warm water. Salt in warm water helps in the wound healing and also prevent germs from getting to the site. So while you take your drugs, also do your salt in warm water. But the thing is, your drug starts immediately after the extraction, while salt in warm water starts a day after the extraction. So take it religiously. In fact, if you're serious with the salt in warm water, within a week you should be fine. But still, complete it for 2 weeks. Number 12, brush gently. You can use, for the meantime, use soft toothbrush. Don't use hard. Don't even use medium. Use soft. When you're brushing, take it gently. This area. Make sure the bristles don't poke at the extraction site. So just avoid anything that could cause bleeding again at that extraction site. Now that is 12. So if you observe these 12 things, trust me, your wound healing will be fast and you will recover as quickly as possible. After the extraction, sometimes there could be complications, especially when you don't follow the instruction. So peradventure you failed in some area and there happen to be complications like bleeding that continues and refuses to stop even when you get home, or pain that even get to the ear area when you start feeling serious pain, headache that get to the ear area, and maybe pus that starts coming out from the extraction site that smells. Try as much as possible to call or go to your dentist immediately to avoid further complications. In as much as we are not completely in control of preventing extraction, there are still things you can do to prevent it. For instance, practicing good dental hygiene. Always brush your teeth at least 2 times daily. Then schedule an appointment with your dentist twice a year. As go for professional cleaning 2 times a year. 6 months interval. If you're doing these things, you might not even require a further extraction. And another thing people normally say, if I extract one teeth, I'll keep removing. That's a big lie. Most times why these things happen is because when the decay was there, you allowed it. You did not go to the dentist to know possible solution to it. So the tooth decay got bad to the point it affected the next teeth and the next teeth, and maybe when you finally came for an extraction, the particular one that was giving you pain was taken out, unknown that the next teeth is already infected. Before you know it, pain starts there. So that's what usually happens. It's not like taking out one teeth lead to taking out the rest of your teeth. No. If you practice good dental hygiene, you won't even need to take your teeth out. Like me, I've not taken out any teeth before. So it could be your story too. Try as much as possible to practice good dental hygiene, and always go for professional cleaning twice yearly. In fact, even if you can't make twice yearly, at least once a year, go for professional cleaning. It's very, very important. And as you do this, trust me, you have the most beautiful smile ever. Thank you very much to have watched till this very point. And like always, if you enjoyed it, which I'm sure you did, click on the like button, and don't forget to subscribe in case you're yet to subscribe. And if you're new here, my name is Amarachi, and I love to keep engaging with you, so do well to subscribe. Let's keep engaging as I improve your smile one video at a time. Thank you very much.